guys, welcome back to the VDC space. So today is going to be simple. I'm just going to show you guys how you can convert 2D details from PDF into 3D Revit components or families. Before I get started, I would like to ask you guys to please subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you're already subscribed, hit that notification button because I upload BIM modeling tutorials 3 times every week. I cover different topics, as you can see on my playlist. And also during weekends, I upload membership videos. So if you want much more advanced tutorials, make sure you join my membership. There are different tiers that can suit your needs. So we have 4 different tiers: BIM modeler, BIM specialist, BIM coordinator, and also BIM manager. BIM modeler, I do advanced modeling, drawing production parameters. BIM specialist, I cover bridge modeling, computational design, dynamo, and also scripting. And then BIM coordinator, it's all about model federation, model coordination, and also 4D, 5D, and 6D. BIM manager, it's about multidiscipline models and also common data environment management. So yeah, make sure you join my membership as a way to support my channel. So without further ado, let's start with our project. So the first thing is you're just going to open up a blank template in AutoCAD. In this case, I'm using Civil 3D. So you're going to type in PDF, and then PDF attach is going to pop up. You're going to click on it. So after this, you're going to go to your document. So I'm just going to open up my document. So there it is. It's going to pop up like this. So there are different options. So what you're going to do is you're just going to go to that page you want to convert, whereby you want to convert your 2D details into your Revit components. So in this case, I'm just going to choose, let's go with page 23 and say OK. And then zoom and extend. And as you can see, this is what we have. As you can see, this is a box girder, which has a diaphragm wall right in the middle. So what we're going to do is we are just going to exploit this PDF, and then we're going to save it as a DWG, and then we're going to export it and then import it into Revit workspace or family template. So first thing first, you have to confirm these dimensions. So we're going to measure this. So I'm going to go to annotate and say linear. So I'm going to measure from this. Let me just set this restrict cursor. And then I'm going to measure from there and then to this point. So if I measure from that to this point, as you can see, we have 20,000. For the PDF, we have 20,600, but the actual number that you got from AutoCAD dimensions is 411.985. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna divide this 20,600 by 411.985, and then after you divide that, the numbers you're gonna get has to be close to this number, this 50, so that it can be scaled the same as your PDF. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna open up our calculator. So we're gonna go with 20,600 divided by 411.9855. As you can see, we have 50. So we have to, so you're going to type in the number as it is. So it's going to be 50.0017 and so on. So what we're going to do is you're going to select that PDF, and then you're going to press SC for scale, and then scale is going to pop up. You're going to select it and then select this corner right there. And as you can see, it will give you an option to punch in your scale. So after it gives you that scale factor, you're going to enter that number that you have received. So it's going to be 50.0017597706715406 2, 4, 6, 0, 9, 3, 6, 1, 2, 5, 1, 7, 9, 2, and press enter. And as you can see, this dimension now it's short, so we're gonna go back to this dimension and then measure it again and see if you get 20,600. So you're gonna measure from this point and then towards this point. So if you zoom in, now we have 20,600.0005. And if you convert, as you can see, our 3 decimal places is 000, which means we are certainly accurate. So after this, the only thing I need is this cross-section, typical cross-section. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select this and say import as object. And I'm just going to select from this point until this point and say detach, and then it's going to remove all the other details. So I'm only going to be left with these details. So let me just remove this boundary for our title block and then remove these. And I'm just going to select these hatchings, right click, and then select similar. And then I'm just going to say delete. No, not the text. I mean the hatch. Select the hatch, right click, select similar, and then I'm just going to say delete. And then it's going to make the detail much more cleaner. So what I'm going to do after this, I'm just going to say export, type in export and say export to AutoCAD. And then this is going to pop up, and then you're going to save your details. I'm just going to name this box girder cross section. Say save. So after it is save, I'm going to open up Revit, go to new family, and say metric structural framing, beams and braces, and say open. Now I'm just going to remove this extrusion, this reference plane, this reference line, these reference planes. I'm going to change this to 50,000 millimeters and move this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to create and say reference plane again. Add 2 reference planes right in the middle like this for our diaphragm wall. And then I'm going to offset them by 2000 millimeters from each side. And I'm just going to extend this reference plane, and I'm just going to extend the one on the left and also the one on the right. And then you're going to go to your left elevation, go to insert, import CAD, and then after you set import CAD, so I'm just going to go with my box getter cross section and say, let me set your input units to millimeters and say open. And then this is going to open, and then obviously you're going to unpin it, move. So you're going to use this as your insertion point, and you're just going to place it right in the middle like that. So by the way, these drawings are got it from one of my viewers. So yeah, I got it from one of my viewers as a recommendation to model these bridge elements. So after this, you're just going to go to create and say extrusion, set your reference plane to reference plane left and say okay, pick lines, and then you're going to hover over one of these lines for the box girder, press tab until everything is highlighted, and then you're going to press once, and then it's going to highlight all these lines. And then for these voids, you're just going to hover over these lines, press tab, and then it's going to highlight them like this. Perfect. Now you're going to go to finish, go to your reference level, and then attach it towards this reference plane, lock it, and then attach it towards this left reference plane and then lock it this side. And then you're going to select it and then say copy. You're going to unconstrain it, and then you're going to copy it towards this point. And then after this, you're going to constrain it towards this reference plane, lock it, move it like this, and then lock it against this reference plane. But then again, you're going to lock the 2 extrusions against each other. So you're going to press AL for align again, and then you're gonna lock the two extrusions against each other so that they can move along perfectly together. So for this, this is obviously a diaphragm wall. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna remove this cat. We have no use for it now. I'm gonna say edit extrusion, and then I'm just gonna remove these voids. Delete and say finish edit mode. Now we have our diaphragm. So I'm gonna select this extrusion. I'm gonna copy it towards the other side and constrain, and then move it this side. So in this moment, I'm just gonna move it like this, lock it against the reference plane, and then lock the two extrusions against each other, and then lock it against the reference plane this side. Let's go to the 3D view, and this is what we have. So you're going to select the entire extrusion. You're going to apply the material. So I'm going to make it the precast concrete. And if I change this to realistic, this is how it looks. The last thing is I'm just going to join this net, and this is what we. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a new project, construction template, and then I'm going to go back to my family and say load into project, and I'm going to close it. I'm not going to save it, and let's test it out. So I'm just going to place it like this. And if I go to the 3D view, this is what we have. Now, as you can see, this diaphragm wall, it's stationary because we have constrained it with those two reference planes on each side, which are offset 2000 millimeters from the middle reference plane. But this is basically it. Just want to set this to realistic. This is basically our box girder. So go back to your structure, beam, start and radius arc, place it like that. Open up the 3D view, and this is how it looks. So that's it. That's the basis of converting your 2D PDF drawings into a Revit component. For our channel members, I'm going to do a much more complicated one. So what we got, like I was saying, for my channel members, this is the precast roll barrier that I'm going to convert into a 3D model or a Revit model. So we're going to use the same methodology that we did. Take the PDF to Civil 3D or AutoCAD, convert it, establish our scales, and then bring it into Revit and then generate a 3D model for that. So tune in, channel members. This tutorial is coming. For those who haven't joined yet, make sure you join as a way to support the channel so that it can grow, and also so that you can get exclusive tutorials that will suit your needs and also your expertise. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.